Aloha! And welcome to our YouTube channel.
And if you're watching this video, it's because you want to know what the price difference is between going to Honolulu and Maui.
And maybe how much it costs to go to both islands, because that's what we're going to be doing in a couple weeks. We're going to be traveling from California to Honolulu, and then we're going to be island hopping to Maui.
And make sure to stay to the end because we're going to be giving you a little freebie.
Alright, here we go!
The first that we're going to be talking about has to do with the actual traveling part, which is going to have to do with flying and car rentals.
You gotta get there and then you gotta be able to move around once you're there.
Go to California, Honolulu, you're going to spend $333.60.
Per person, one way.
From California to Maui, you're going to be spending $356.11.
Just a little cheaper, roughly about the same. And remember, the prices vary depending on where you're taking off. If you want to save a little money, make sure to book your flight in advance, months in advance.
What if you're going to be jumping islands from Honolulu to Maui, which is something we're going to be doing? How much does it cost?
It's $99.75. It's going to be a smaller plane. We're trying to think about it. He's trying to think about it. But it's going to get us from one island to the other.
So next up, we have car rentals.
So is car rental really a necessity? For us, it is a necessity because we're only going to be there 5 days on each island. And if we didn't have transportation, it would just cut down our vacation time there. We recommend getting a rental car.
In Maui, we're going to be renting a car for 5 days for $537.86.
Is it worth getting a car in Hawaii?
I think it is because we're going to be doing the drive to Hana, and you can't do that. I mean, you can take a tour bus, I think, but you're going to be waiting around.
And also, if you take a tour bus, it's $200 for 2 people. So that right there is like half of the rental car price.
Now, if we look at Honolulu, the car that we're going to be renting for 5 days is going to be around $466.70.
We're getting the economy car, so we stayed away from all the Jeeps, which are cool. I'm not gonna lie, I wish we could have gotten a Jeep, but it's like $100 more expensive. And the economy car does the job.
The other thing we need to talk about when it comes to getting a car is gasoline. Depending on what you plan on doing in Hawaii, gas prices are gonna vary and you need to have a budget for it. We're gonna go on record and recommend have at least $250 for gas.
$250 per island. Again, this is where we recommend getting the economy car. If you get one of those bigger cars, the gas price is going to be significantly higher.
It depends on like what are you going to be doing. Are you going to be doing the road to Hana? Are you just going to be going to the beach? Are you going to be lugging stuff around? So all those things take into account when you're picking the car and setting a budget for your gas.
Also take into consideration your itinerary. Make sure you pile everything up in sections. You don't want to be driving from one side of the island to the other because that's just going to kill your gas budget. So just do all the activities on this side and then all the activities on this side, and that way you can save some money on gas.
Next up, we're going to be talking about places to stay. When you go to Hawaii, you have a ton of options, like you can stay at a resort, you can go to an Airbnb, you can even sleep in your car or just camp on the beach. Well, it comes down to 2 choices, Airbnb versus resort. So if you're going to be going to Honolulu and staying there for 5 days at a resort, you're going to spend $1,850.
So again, this is average. We took the average of all the resorts that we saw. There are many resorts that are a lot higher. There's some that are a little lower. This is the average resort price that we found for 2 rooms for 4 people in Honolulu.
Compare that to staying at an Airbnb for 5 days in Honolulu. It's going to cost around $963. So it's a pretty big price jump.
Yeah.
You could put that money into gas, food, activities.
It's almost half to stay at a resort, and for us it just doesn't make sense because we're going to be going outside, we're going to be exploring.
The thing is, Maui isn't that much different. If you're looking at staying at a resort there for 5 days, you're going to spend around $1,546.
Again, this is roughly an average. In Maui especially, there's not that many resort options, so if you do find something where it's peak season, it's going to be really expensive. That's why we recommend staying at an Airbnb, staying mostly in the Kea area because that's where most locals have their condos and their apartments, and they rent them out as vacation homes.
And you can book them on Airbnb, same deal, 5 days, except now you're going to be spending $1,140.
You're saving a few $100 there and you're still close to the beach. It's just in a different part of the island. And to me it's even better because The resorts are mostly located in Lahaina, where most of the tourists stay, so it's very crowded. Where in Kihei, it's not as crowded and the beaches are beautiful and you get to explore them mostly to yourself because there's not that many tourists. It really comes down to what your budget is. If you feel comfortable with spending that extra money at a resort versus spending it at, like, let's say a paid activity that you can experience.
The big thing is when you go to Hawaii, you're not there to stay in your room. You're there to go out and explore and do cool stuff. And if you're looking for ideas on things to do, make sure to read the description below because this is part of a bigger series where we're giving travel tips to Hawaii and how to do free things like go snorkeling in Molokini.
For free.
The third part of what you're going to be spending a lot of your money on when you're in Hawaii has to do with food. This part of the budgeting really depends on what kind of eater you are. Do you like to go to high-end restaurants? Do you like to go to Costco and bulk up on food? I mean, what do you like to do?
What kind of eater you are?
Yeah, what kind of eater you are?
I'm an anteater.
Let's say that you just want to go out and you want to spend your money, you want to hit up the restaurants, have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, maybe throw in some snacks. What we're going to recommend is to remember, budget your money. So spend around 60 bucks a day over 5 days. That's around 300 bucks.
It's a lot of money on food.
It's a lot of money on food, but you're on vacation. You deserve it.
That's true.
The fourth part to budgeting to Hawaii has to do with entertainment. Are you going to do the free stuff like hiking, going to the beaches, driving around the island, exploring? Or are you going to do paid activities like zip lining, snorkeling?
Again, this part of the budget is completely optional. You can do without it. You can do all the free stuff.
You could, but if you followed our advice and didn't go to a resort and you took that money that would have gone to the resort, that extra 200 bucks, you're guaranteed to do at least one paid activity.
Right. So most paid activities in both islands are about 100 bucks, 115 bucks, depending on what you want to do, but that's roughly what they cost.
Just to give you an idea, here are 4 paid activities that we're going to be doing and what they cost. So the first one is the bike tour.
Oh yeah, we're going to be riding down the Haleakala volcano. It's going to be a 5-hour tour. They're going to be dropping us off and then we're just going to be going on our own.
That came out at $70.81.
Per person. Really? That's cheap.
Yeah, well, it's not 5 hours, it's 2 hours, but yes.
It's not 2 hours.
Oh shoot, it's 5 hours? The other one is the electric bike tour.
Ooh, and that electric bike tour is gonna be in Oahu, actually.
Yeah, it's where Jurassic Park is, and that per person costs $115.13. And next we have kayaking.
We're doing the kayaking tour in Honolulu.
That one I'm really excited for. That's $156.02.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's expensive.
And then finally, zip lining through Maui, 82 bucks a person.
Zip lining through Maui, and that's the one that we got through Groupon.
If you follow our other advice, cost-saving tips, where we talked about, going Airbnb versus doing a resort, or if you just watch one of our other videos where we share 15 different ways to save money going to Hawaii, I'm pretty sure you can cover the cost of one of these.
And again, this is optional, so if at the end of the day you're like, I just want to stick to doing free stuff and doing the hikes and exploring the waterfalls, that's totally fine.
Yeah, remember that it's completely optional and that the island is sinking. So you are running out of time in order to do these paid activities. So you gotta do them. You gotta do at least one. Just do one. So final thoughts. How much does it actually cost to travel to Maui? So if you're going to Maui, you're gonna spend around $1,213. Keep in mind that this includes the budget for gas and food. If you do the math, we're suggesting you have at least 500 bucks as a cushion for that.
So again, our calculations are based on 4 people that are going. If you have more people going, it'll be a little less. Whether if you're going with only 2 people, it'll be a little more.
Now compare that to Honolulu. Same deal, 5 days you're going there. You're going to spend roughly around $1,253. Again, same deal, gas and food, we're saying have at least 500 bucks.
So paid activities are optional. This budget doesn't include any paid activities. This is just for where you're gonna stay at, the plane tickets, and the car rental, and the budget for food and gas.
If you guys are like us, all these numbers, it gets really jarring and really hard to follow, even with us throwing the numbers in the video, which hopefully one of us did by the time you watch this. So as we promised, we said we're going to give you a freebie. Read the description below. We're going to have a link to our budgeting sheet, completely free to download. You can change the words on it, you can change the numbers on it, and it will really help you budget your trip, not just for Hawaii, but every trip you ever go on for the rest of your life.
Oh wow.
Let us know what you guys think about this video, if it was helpful, if you guys were shocked by the price about going to Hawaii. Also, make sure to check out our other videos. We're giving a ton of videos. We're making a ton of videos on tips, tricks, and hacks traveling to Hawaii. So make sure to subscribe, follow, comment, like, tell your mom and dad. And until next time, mahalo.